All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another podcast in the Velasquez Vlog Show with your host, Jeffrey Velasquez. Today is December 18, 2020. All right. I hope everyone's been doing okay. And let's get started with the podcast. All right, everyone. So, before I get started, um, first and foremost, I want to thank the people I always thank every time I do a podcast. um, Peace officers, firefighters, veterans, active duty, and reserve service members, Border Patrol, Homeland Security, FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, Special Ops, and any other embodiment that sacrifices, that give their time to protect our liberties and our Constitution in the United States of America. Um, I also want to say thank you to all the essential workers like nurses, doctors, and any other people that are included in that category. I hope you guys been doing okay this week. I know it's Friday. I know you guys want to get out of the routine. I know the body wants to get relaxed. So I thank you for being part of this podcast. Um, Now, I want to say happy birthday to Anne Marie Torres. I don't. I'm assuming you guys know her. She's a good friend, but she also was a co-host here in my show a few months back. Whenever I started the podcast, so I'm wishing her a happy birthday from me and from the Velasquez Show family, and I hope that she enjoys her special day with her loved ones, and that I also want to wish her a great recovery. She's been recovering from health problems, so it's good to know that she's day by day recovering from her injuries, and I can't wait to have her back in the studio. So just keep fighting, Emery. I can't wait to have you back. Um, all right. So today, in today's episode, I want to speak about New Year's resolutions. Right? I know most of us, people that are involved in trying to make changes in our lives, I know we are trying to. We always try to do something else the next year. We most of us feel like every year is a reset button for us to start over in some things, to get better in some parts of our lives, or we want to make different decisions. We want to make decisions that are going to take us to the next level or makes us better, um, so you know um, we're going to talk about that today. Let me see. Oh, by the way, oh man, this is very important. Okay, for the people that follow me on Facebook, on my personal page. Also, I'm gonna put it on the Velasquez Blog Show page. But if you guys are following me um, on Facebook, I did put the link that I'm live right now on there, and also that if anybody wants to join the chat through Zoom, you guys are gonna be able to join me live right now through Zoom. I have the link on my Facebook page. Okay, and let me see here how I can put this big here so you guys can see. Okay, so yeah, you guys, I'll be able to. So I'm gonna give you guys an idea. I'm gonna show you guys what I have set up. So for whoever wants to join the chat, the conversation, want to give their opinion, they want to share their ideas, they want to share their goals for next year. Pretty much you just come here. Okay, this is me already on Zoom. Okay, I'm live, so whoever jumps in, I'll be able to share the screen with the public, and they'll be able to join us in the podcast as well. So I got the audio, I got the video, so everything is set up, ready to go. All right. So, anyways, let's continue with the podcast. Also, to continue, I'm about to get there, I promise. I also want to thank my sponsors, Iron Gator Fitness, and I want to thank Silver Plan Choice. Silver Plan Choice is a company that focuses on offering health and life insurance to the public, to people who are in need. I know the enrollment date just passed, but if you want to get ready for the next enrollment, please contact them. I have the link below. If you guys want find out about how to enroll for next year. Okay. And also Iron Gator Fitness. If you want to change your lifestyle next year, or this year, you want to start doing that. You want to go to the gym. You want to start a, a gym routine, a physical fitness routine. Um, you're more than welcome to reach them out and ask for tips about how to eat and how to work out, and also how to stay motivated, because I know we need motivation when it comes to things like this. Trust me, I need it too. We all need it. I also want to say congratulations to all the students that graduated from any school. I know in my school we had a virtual ceremony at the University of Houston. Congratulations to all of you. Also, I know it's not what we wanted. I know we wanted the traditional face to face, physically present, physical presence there, while being recognized for the hard work you did in the last 4, 6, 10, 20 years, right? Some of us took longer to get it, but we did. But hey, it is what it is, right? The idea was to get there, and we did. So, um, congratulations, Cooks. Whose house? Whose house? All right. So, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of the podcast. So, year's resolutions, right? Um, I always, think they say, "Oh, good idea." It's a good idea to always plan something for the next year, especially for people who are always too busy to like come out with new ways or come out with new things to do to change your life around when things are not in your favor most of the time, right? So it's always good to have a list, one or two or three things, nothing major, nothing impossible. Don't plan something that for a fact you can't do right at this moment, but maybe if you work in the process to get there, maybe that's a start. If you want a new job, or if you want to become, or if you already are certified for something, you actually want to get that position you work so hard for to get certified for, right? So just things that are realistically reachable in a year span, right? Because that's why we have a year's resolution, not a lifetime's resolution, right? Of course, we have lifetime goals. We have people call it a bucket list, right? Goal. So I understand that. I get it, But I think for some of us, we don't have that power to be able to do a million things in one year, right? So we have to take steps, baby steps, right, to be able to have a bucket list secure. But yeah, how do you guys plan for a year's resolution? You guys start with 1 step, 10 steps, 3 steps? Do you have something? Do you guys plan ahead? For example, did you guys, I know this year has been crazy, right? But let's say forget about this year, because I know this year is not the norm for many, 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 many people, right? But let's say that without this year, let's say if this year was just a normal year, right? How would you would have planned? How would you would have planned for next year's resolutions? Do you reconnaissance? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's go back. I don't want to use certain terms here. People won't understand. Let's say you do your research, right? Or you, let's say you prepare with the research for the next steps you want to do, whether it's get a house, get a car, get a girlfriend, get a job, have a kid, get into school, graduate from school, um, get out of a miserable, um, I guess I can say poisonous, not poisonous, I guess toxic life, relationship, or work environment, whether it's whatever it is you want to do. How do you plan it? How did you, if you have accomplished things, if you been through a lot and you finally got it, you finally got the recipe down to succeed in life, how have you done it? How have you how have you overcome? How have you progressed? How have you succeeded throughout all these years, once you got the formula down? Because I can imagine that it's not easy for a lot of people. A lot of people, even as adults, are struggling how to get that formula together, and how to not just bring it together, but how to execute it, press, 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 right? So what about my veterans? My veterans out there that are listening, that are supporting the show. How do you guys do it to how can I say, be calm and not lose your shit? How do you guys do it to remain calm, to be patient with the way life can be with us from time to time? Because I know as veterans, it's not easy for us to live in this civilian society when we have to interact with civilians that don't understand our way of life, right? So I can imagine the stress you guys go through as well. And this is not to put civilians on the spot or anything. Civilians, they're just a different breed. Civilians are civilians, and it's understandable and respectable to a certain degree, because they are not taught what military people are taught. So it's understandable for them to be the way they are. All right. uh wow. I was supposed to be recording this audio, but I'm gonna have to wait then until everything is processed for me to do that. That's okay. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see what people are, if people are gonna join the chat, or they're just, oh yeah, I was trying to find somebody to join me in the chat today, but well, I had somebody that's supposed to be coming in, but they had an emergency, so they couldn't show up. That's okay. I know it's Friday and things happen. So hey, 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 they'll be here next time for sure. Um, so yeah, don't forget, guys, if you guys want to join the Zoom, right now, live from YouTube, the Velasquez Vlog Show with your host, Jeffrey Velasquez. You can do it anytime. And I'm about to put this information on the Velasquez Vlog Show Facebook page, because I did it on my personal page, but I didn't do it on the Velasquez Vlog Show official page. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now to avoid any confusion to any listeners that are out there. Um, I don't want to confuse. Um, it's a lot of moving components here. It's you guys will go crazy if I explain that everything I'm doing right now to be present for you guys here today, because it's a thousand things here. Being in front of a camera, it's easy, but the components, if I just talk to you about it, you'll be like, damn, I can't do it. Maybe you can. I mean, I tell people, look, if I can do something, anybody can. And for people that know what an ASVAB waiver is, trust me, they know it's not a good position. And okay, so I already put it, guys. I put the information on my page from the Facebook page, official the Velasquez Block Shop page, so you guys can join the chat. Okay. Um. So now, every year, this is what I do. Okay, this is what I do, and like I said, if you can share with all of us what you do, please join the Zoom link. So this is what I do every year. At the end of every year, I always make a new list, okay, of what I want to do, and it starts with 4 or 5 things. I always overshoot it. I wish it was only 1 or 2 or 3 things, but the thing is that I've been doing it for so long that my ego, I guess my personal, how can I say this? The way I see things, I feel like it won't be enough, right? My pride, right? I mean, I've been doing this for many years. Why should I quit now? And the thing is that I've been accomplishing a lot, and I think I finally got to organize myself after the service. I think during the service I did have goals. Okay, like when I and everything began in the military for me when it came to organization and commitment, right? How can I say this? I'm gonna start with little examples. When I joined the military, right? I was 107 pounds, 5'4", midget, right? Small guy, right? And I think I was the smallest guy. I think I had a big argument, a big dispute with another recruit in boot camp who was the tallest, who was the shortest, right? I didn't want to be the shortest, but I guess I was the shortest per se, right? And anyways, it's not about the size. I think the military pushed me to always be better, and I didn't realize um, how important it was to be better in an environment that your actions and your fitness depended on everyone else. And I think I was, and I know this is probably, I probably might look like a slacker to many Marines, but I realized this when I finally reached the level of NCO, which is a corporal. Um, when Until I was a corporal, I realized that all my actions, that all my improvements as a junior Marine mattered for the people around me. And it wasn't just about me. Even though the Marine Corps or leaders sometimes didn't specify it, oh, you gotta do 20 pull-ups, you gotta do 100 sit-ups, you gotta do 16 minute 3 mile run. Yes, there are individual achievements, there are individual exams that we have to go through to get a score to get promoted, and I understand that's everybody's um, goal is to get promoted to get the best score possible for a cutting score, and that's understandable. But the thing is that the individualism becomes part of something bigger. It becomes of what in how your actions, how your improvement affects your other Marines, your other people, the other people around you. So I began to do more pull-ups. I began to get stronger. I began to get faster. And at the age of 2021, it was pretty easy to do. Um, I started by doing 8 to 10 pull-ups when I got recruited. Then I began to do 13, 15, 18, finally hit 20. I was very proud of that. For people that being Marines, they understand how good it feels, especially, of course, if you're by freak of nature and that don't mean shit to you. Maybe you accomplish other things. But, the sit-ups, I did a lot of I didn't do the 100 sit-ups at first. I didn't run, let me tell you, I ran 22, maybe like a 22-minute run when I got to boot camp. Time began to cut faster and faster. 21, 20 at some time. I think I hit 19 something at some point. But that's improvement. It's not perfection, of course, but it's improvement. Of course, we all want to shoot for perfection every time we put something in mind, right? We want to do it perfectly because, well, most of us, people that are in the leadership ranks, right? We want to do it perfect. We don't want no collateral damage. We don't want failure. We don't want anything to go wrong. We want everything to go right. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy for a small guy to keep up with these tall guys on hikes, and we all carried the same weight. And for some people, it felt like 70 pounds, or some people it felt like 100 pounds, or some people it felt like 120 pounds. So just imagine me at 107 pounds, right? Double rats. I was double rats. Thank God, because um, by the time I graduated boot camp, I was 125. So I just didn't get strong and faster, but I also gained muscle. So that's improvement. And from that moment forward, I guess little by little, I was realizing that if I could do that, I could do more. And the same thing with the range. I remember when I was at the range, and I'm sorry for the civilians that are getting bored about this, but I'm almost getting to the good stuff. I promise. When I was at the range, I shot marksman. I was so close to Unk, and when you Unk in a platoon, oh man, they drop you back, and sometimes you don't know for how long. For the people that been in the military, please comment on it. How was your experience? Breeze? Was it breeze? Did you struggle? Did shit? What was your weakness? Was it the run? Was it the shooting? Was it the sit-ups? Was it the pull-ups? Was it the swimming? Oh, the swimming was another thing. I'm not even gonna talk about the swimming. But yeah, I was a pizza box when I got out, miraculously, by miracle, because let me tell you, I thought I was gonna on for a minute. I barely made it, and then throughout the years in the service, every year, every time it was AMC, what's it called? What's it called? A P. What's it called? Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting these terms. You have combat tests and you got fitness tests, right? And then you got boards, right? But we're gonna talk about the fitness, about something you have control of, because boards can be rigged or manipulated, or also obstructed, right? But yeah, And I tell you that because I experienced one board that I fucking won for sure, and they gave it to somebody else because they had longer time in service, and I was way better than him. Anyways, let's move on. But yeah, um, but yeah, it starts with those little things in the military. But the thing is, when you're so fit, when you're fit to the best of your abilities in the service, when it's time to fight, when it's time to protect, when it's time to lead by example, people see that. The people around you, the people that supposed to be following you, the people you're guiding, the people you're leading, they see that. So if you show achievement, you show um what's it called? Hard work, you show a good reflection of yourself, people will believe in you. And let me tell you, in the civilian world, it's not like that. You can work hard in the civilian world and people still not gonna believe in you. They still gonna doubt your actions. They're still gonna doubt your which what your ideas. And for the people that have got out of the military, they understand this. They know this. For the people that are still in the military, they will know when they get out, and then the drinking starts, and then the stress starts, and then the anger starts. A lot of things start, right? But what I'm saying is that whenever, whenever you progress little by little in your life, it affects everyone around you, and that's what I learned in the service. You get better, pizza box, cross, cross rifles, and then and then you joke around about about your success and failures because you know the struggles, and people you joke around with, they will understand. Oh man, I'm a high marksman. You missed your cross, but your sharpshooter qualification by 1 point, right? Oh, I'm a high sharpshooter. You got fucking knocked out at 300, or the 302 or 303 when you're supposed to have 305 for expert, right? So we joke around these things, but you get better and you get better and better, right? When you want to get better. I mean, you have to strive for it. It's not going to come just because you want it. You have to strive for it. You have to work for it, right? So that was my case in the military. I became a better person, a better leader. I'm not going to say perfect, but better. Better than I started as a recruit. That's for fucking sure. It wasn't easy, you know. I had to catch up with the tall guys, the hikes, the running and the hills, in San Diego, in MCRD, and in the West Coast, we had hills, and for the little guys, it wasn't easy for us. I had to run to catch up to these guys. Same pack, same weight. But you know what? I think it was all worth it. That's the reason why I'm here with you guys today. It's because of all that sacrifice. Afghanistan was another story, but we're not gonna talk about that. Let's start shifting into the civilian sector aspect of you know um setting new year's resolutions, right? So for you guys, let me ask you guys this. For this year, were you able to fulfill, accomplish any resolution you had planned at the end of last year for this year? Um, along the pandemic, among the pandemic, besides the pandemic fucking a lot of shit up for many, many of us, did you accomplish something? Even though even if you don't expect it, did you at least accomplish something? Did you had a list? Okay. And were you able to accomplish one or two or three things out of five things? Or did you add more to that list because you accomplished things you didn't expect? Um, what's your story? You know, did you succeed? Did you fail? You know what? It wasn't too bad. I could have done better if it wasn't because of the pandemic. But did you at least feel kind of satisfied among everything that happened? You still accomplished something that a lot of people couldn't. Did you feel like you got ahead this year, ahead of many, many, many people around you? Do you feel like you were able to help more people this year than you did last year? Were you able to improve your lifestyle? Were you able to improve your education, improve your finances? Did you fucked up all those things? What went wrong? What are you planning for next year? You know, and like I was telling you, I made a list last year and I accomplished, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 things. And I think only like 12 things, 10 things were on that list. I always post them at the end of the year. I always post what I set for next year and for this year, right? And I always post what it got done and why it didn't get done, right? And a lot of people here in the civilian world are probably asking, who's this guy? Who's this guy in a red shirt talking about accomplishment? Well, if I'm talking about accomplishment and New Year's resolution, it's because I've probably been doing it for a while. So I'm very confident about what I speak and what I'm saying, even if I'm not a doctor or a high scholar or a professor at some fancy Harvard University. I get it. I mean, unfortunately, that's in the society we live in. If you ain't shit, you don't do shit, ain't nobody gonna believe in your shit, right? I get it. But it is what it is. You guys got me here, and I appreciate for the love and support you guys are giving. But let me tell you, it ain't easy to be confident in front of hundreds of people, dozens of people, because you get that stage fright. You know, Public speaking is not my thing, but here I am doing it. Don't ask me how I do it, and if you do ask, I will tell you. But I'm gonna tell you that it ain't easy. It requires practice, confidence. Gotta be brave because you most people are afraid to be judged. Most people are afraid to be told they're doing it wrong or that they could do it better or they aim for it. Hey, look, I was told by a lot of people that I couldn't do anything, that I couldn't do many things, and I excel at all those things. I accomplished more than what they say I couldn't do, that I couldn't even believe that I could do. And I think I believe along the way. It's not something that, yeah, I wanted. Yeah, I pursued it, but I had no idea I could actually get there until I was close to it. Um, yeah, and that sometimes that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you, I aimed high, and I aimed in the middle, and I hit the middle sometimes, so close to the middle, close to the mark. So, but the only way to hit something is to aim high as possible, because if you don't aim at anything, or with your and I know sometimes we just aim and shoot for luck and hopefully it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But for the people that don't depend on luck and depend on effectability, you want to be prepared as possible. You're never going to be perfectly prepared, but as much as possible to get something done. And that's all you can do, you know? Um, so for the people that have big goals next year, make sure they're realistic. Big, but realistic. Small, but realistic. And no matter how big or small a goal is a goal. And that's one step forward. Okay. I bought this stock. I swear to God, guys. And I got I bought this stock. I thought it was gonna go up. It went down. I'm down thousands, okay? But you know what? I'm not gonna sell it. I believe it's gonna go up one day. Yeah, time is the price I have to pay. Is waiting time. But as long as I don't sell, I know I'm not gonna lose it. It'll go up one day. We don't know when. It can be in 6 months. It can be in 3 months. It can be in 2 weeks. It can be in a month. It can be in a year. But if I sell, I will lose. In other words, if I give up on something, I'm so close, or let's just say that I'm in the game, not even close. You're in the game. If you qualify to be in the game, don't quit. Because in the game, a lot of factors can happen. Let's just say you're in the bench and all the fucking star players are on the field, right? In the soccer field. And then the star player, all of a sudden, something happens to him. And then you know what? You gotta go in. And then this is your time to shine. And you've been preparing. You work so hard for this moment. You go in there, you do your thing, you did it so well, you didn't have to work hard. Let's say you work hard for that moment. But then when it was time for you to execute and score goals, and you made that team win the game, you made that team win the championship, you made the biggest comeback of all time as a rookie. It is the greatest feeling in the world. I guarantee it. Okay. But these are unexpected things that happen in our lives when we least expect them. But if you quit, if you quit to even get in the team, in the game, in any shape or form, how can you be recognized? How can you even be looked up to be part of something big, right? So, and I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes you have no every time, every fucking time, you have to believe in the idea first. You have to believe in what you want and what you're gonna do first. If you don't believe in it, oh shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, no one's gonna fucking believe in you, okay? Because nobody's gonna believe even when you have the fucking idea. So it's up to you to make it come true. And I can't stress it enough, right? Um, but yeah, I'm waiting on you guys to come into the Zoom. I want you guys to, be part of it. I want to interact with you guys. I want you guys opinions. I want you guys ideas. I want to see what you guys are gonna do next year. And no matter what happens, you're gonna stick to it, right? Death is something you can avoid. Accidents, unexpected losses of a great risk that you cannot control, no matter how you calculate it, no matter how smart you plan it, no matter how smart you are as academically prepared. Factors will always coming when you least expect it. Some in your favor, some not in your favor. Okay, but that's life. In life, we throw curveballs when you least expect them. But what's important is how you react after the fact, and um, and you move on. Don't think, don't hesitate, just move on. Don't expect on everybody's acceptance or opinion for you to make a move. You make the move anyways. You're gonna have haters, you're gonna have supporters, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have more haters than supporters. You're gonna have people that are gonna doubt you. You're gonna have people that are gonna laugh at you. You're gonna have people that are gonna tell you you're not good enough. But they might not do it on purpose. They might do it because you're at that moment, at that particular time, you're not good enough. But it doesn't mean you're never gonna be. And that's the mistake a lot of us make. They think that we think that just because somebody tells us at that particular time, at that particular day, on that particular date, it's over. That it's never gonna happen. Bullshit. Asbab Waver talking here. A marksman talking here. A guy who got low SAT scores 10 years ago is talking here. So I'm telling you that it's possible, okay? And I'll leave it at that. You guys put the math. You guys do the math and wonder if it's possible in your life. Uh, I gained custody of my daughter when she was 4 years old when I got out of the service. Anything is possible. And you know how hard it is for a guy to get custody. It ain't easy. Okay? I was able to get a house. I was able to get a truck. I paid it off, sold it off, got another one. When all the chances, when all the what's it called? When all the when all the odds were against me. Okay? But I did it anyways. Just to see if it worked. Some things worked, this worked. Why not? Let's try again if it didn't. You know, I'm here fighting with DVA for ratings. I'm not gonna quit. I will win this war. This war has been fought for 7 years. We're getting so close. Can't stop now. And so for like the civilians, for people who are trying to make it, for people that want to be something next year, something better. Whether it's you know what, I finally, I want to be a fucking DJ. You know what? I want to be a fucking stripper. You know what? I want to be a fucking porn star. I want to be a fucking movie director. I want to be a photographer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a fucking grocery bagger. I want to be a manager at Walmart. I want to be a manager at Starbucks. I want to be, you know, a writer. I want to be I want to go and pursue my associate's degree, my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, my doctorate, my double bachelor's. What, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to put the ring on her. I want to get a better job. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a policeman. On the police force. I want to become a sergeant. I want to become detective. On the fire department. I want to become a higher rank. I want to be able to lead people. I want to be the speaker of the police department, fire department, fucking whatever department, whatever goal. I want to be a sergeant. I want to be a corporal in the Marine Corps in any branch. I want to go to the next rank. Whatever it is you want to do, go for it. Don't be afraid to lose. You're already losing by not doing a goddamn thing. So do it. Why not? You know, the worst thing that can happen is nothing, you know. But if the good things happen, you get it all. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna make this podcast a little short today. Um, but um, what's your New Year's resolution for the next year? What did you accomplish this year? Put it on the comments. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that probably asking, when are you gonna do a Spanish podcast, man? When you gonna do a Spanish podcast, man? Uh, you know, um, Waiting on you guys here. But And I'm like, well, the thing is that people don't interact in Spanish. No comments, no interaction, no feedback. I want to do Spanish. I really do. I don't mind practicing my Spanish. It's practice to me. You know, but you know what? If people ain't, you know, um, interacting, how can I continue to do a product? I mean, I'm trying to get people interact here in the English version of my podcast. So if I can even get people, how can I say this, interact in the English version of my podcast, how can I, how can I get people to interact in Spanish? So I have to get this side taken care of first. Once I get this taken care of first, and I'll do one every now and then. Don't get me wrong. I will do one every now and then just to give it another try, just to try again. And this is not a quitting. This is not a quitting method. This is not me quitting. It's just the fact that production does take a long time. Okay. Work, make money, pay bills, things like that. Right now, this is not doing it. So I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this to entertain, to motivate, to inspire, or to hopefully come across someone's life and make a difference in their life. This is why I went to school for, to help people out. Getting a degree in sociology helps you understand how we as society connect one another and how everybody's actions and how everybody's professions connect in our network in our entire world that surrounds us, right? So yeah, you learn things in school, even if school, it was a struggle. I learned a few things. All right, all right. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. I wish I could have had somebody on the podcast, but we'll get him. We'll have someone next time, hopefully, right? Uh, but never quit, never give up. Keep moving. Um, you are doing great by just thinking about it. We want to, you want a better body. You want to lose weight. You want to look good. You want to look attractive. You want to reproduce, but you need to, be in a certain physical shape to do so. Go for it. Don't hesitate. Hard times happen. Nothing good comes without sacrifice, right? Sacrifice is hard work and pain, and sometimes tears and blood. But that's what life is all about. If you want to stick out, and if you want to stick out as a successful person or individual in society. Merry Christmas to all of you. Feliz Navidad. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Just in case I do not do another podcast this year. It's been a very busy time with gifts, family, holiday traditions, and things like that, right? So I wish you guys a great time. I know the kids just got out of school this year for the rest of the year until next year. Stay safe. Um, I'm not gonna talk about the vaccine, but it's your choice if you decide to take to get it. Do you believe in it? What do you think? Do you believe the medicine is better than the problem, or the cure is worse than the problem? What do you guys think about that? But yeah, just stay safe out there. Be cautious. If you don't believe in the virus, if you don't believe in what's going on, that's okay. Just don't fuck up. Don't fuck up other people's imagination, right? They're not fucking up yours. Well, you gotta fuck up theirs, right? And if you do, well, do it with somebody you trust and somebody who's not gonna give you shit about it, right? All right, guys. Well, um, shout out to my mother, my wife, my two beautiful daughters, my wife's family. They've been a really great help with the little one while my wife and I've been working. Um, they really have helped us with her big time. So thank you guys for that. And for all the people that are supporting the show, thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you for believing in the show. Thank you for not quitting on the show. If you quit it, I get it. It is what it is. Yeah, we'll get there. Whenever we are just stand there, whenever we are famous enough for you, you can always come back. Okay. Uh, but yeah, um, you know, I'm thankful for all the people that I have had in my life, involved in everything I done in my success. Friends, family, people that were in certain professions that laid a hand, that did their job right for me to be able to get where I am today. I can't stress it enough. Without you guys, none of this and I where I am today would not be possible. So thank you. You guys have a great evening, a great Friday, a great weekend, and enjoy it. Enjoy the time with your family because we don't know how next year is gonna be with us, and we don't know who are we gonna be able to continue to be with in the years and the year to come. Take care.